Hello, today is March 18th, 2026, and this is Naughty Thoughts with Logan Drake. So, with some big events coming up, I wanted to talk about content distribution after you do a content share shoot. And there's a right way to do it, and there's a wrong way to do it. So, first, let's talk about the wrong way. I've posted a few warnings about things that I've noticed about a studio in the area. First one was about platform manipulation on Twitter. The second was about making promises that they're shooting with mainstream companies, which were totally false. And the third was about the KISS cards, which was a scam, in my opinion. So let's talk about content distribution. If you aren't able to distribute content within a reasonable period of time, you have no right to call yourself a premier videography studio. So what I mean by that, I'm hearing of people that have been waiting for over a month for content, and that's absolutely unacceptable. Content needs to be distributed in a quick and timely manner. And if you're doing videography, that's your only job, to take care of the content, to video it properly, to distribute it. If editing isn't part of the deal, fine. Get the raw content out so that the creators can edit it themselves. In the situation I'm talking about, this person was not a performer. They were just a videographer. That was their only job. Their only reason for being there is to make sure the performers got their content, and they haven't. That's a problem. Now let me tell you how I'm going to handle it. So it's a little different when it's a large event because you're doing a lot more in a short period of time. Let's talk about first how I handle a typical shoot here in the studio. If I do a content share, I want to make sure that the raw content is provided within maybe 24 hours of the shoot. I always like to say I want to have the content out to you before you get home. I think that's important. People need the content in order to make money. That's why they were there. They weren't there to hang out or just to fool around. They were there to get content that they could use to make money. So I get it out immediately. The editing sometimes takes a little longer, depends on how many scenes we shoot, how complicated they were, but usually I promise that within another 72 hours. I'll give you the example from my shoot this weekend. We shot the content trade portion on, I believe it was Sunday evening. We shot the content on Friday evening. I had all of the edited content out to them by end of day Saturday. 24 hours after the shoot. Nobody was even home yet. They couldn't even use it because they didn't have access to it from there. But they had it. It was waiting for them. And I think that's important, and that's the way I like to do things. If it's a bigger event, yeah, it's going to take a little bit longer. With Exotica Chicago, I'm shooting for 6 days straight, 5 days straight, and that's going to be a lot of content piling up. I know I'm not going to be able to distribute it in 24 hours or edit within 72, so I'm managing expectations. I'll promise maybe 72 hours for the raw content to be distributed, and then maybe a week to 2 weeks for the edited content. But it's still going to go out quickly, and that includes all of the raw content, the documentation for compliance, all of the promo content that we shoot, photos, promo videos, whatever it is. And then the edited will be fully edited, ready for you to just upload to your platforms. That's the way I do things. So I'm going to leave you with my song of the day, Warriors Call by Volbeat. Let's get ready to rumble. Have a great night, everybody.